All right, so I was doing some testing of uranium mines for C-37 now that I have the T-12 shredders. And one of the things I noticed was the mechanical golems didn't seem to be placed in front of where I would expect it when someone with like 5 to 6 million more officer power than me, and then also much stronger Titans and warplane, etc., attacks me. And here's just one example. I just picked just one example, but it's all the same. If you look at their shredders, they end up going forward, and I would have expected that golem to have landed in front of their shredders, but instead it lands in front of their tanks, so they could get away with me wasting all these attacks on their golems instead of their actual troops units. And the goal here is not to obviously I can't beat someone who spends 10 times or 20 times more money than me, but like the goal was to figure out why the mechanical golems didn't land in front of them. So now the hypothesis is like, if it's on the move, then the golems are not going to land in front of what you would expect their their front row troop with the most units. And so my theory was like, okay, if I keep adding more of these T11 infantry in this particular formation that I'm using to block it long enough so that the shredders don't advance, then the golems should end up in front of the shredders. And that was in fact the case. So I just did that. I had to keep tweaking it up, and 20,000 was enough to give an example for this guy, for example. And it's a really funny thing what happens. You'll notice, look at their shredders. So they have 20,000, so they don't die. They survive two whole attacks. And now their golems, as expected, land in front of the shredders. But the worst part for him is like now their shredders are running around like an idiot doing nothing. So I like saved so much. I did way more damage than I needed to because like Shredder was doing a dance for like three whole attacks, doing nothing, like going backward, forward, around, because it got blocked by the golems. So for like, if you're, this probably would work for even someone who's a equal player as you. If they have this kind of formation where they try to get away with, they should really be using all troop types because, like, there's not really a reason not to. And if they went up against someone who spent equal money, they would get like smoked because their formation's just bad. But but since this is how these people who spend a lot of money sometimes make their formation, to counter it, you can just make it so these things, yeah, you just make your formation so it kind of stops their shredder, and then their golems are gonna end up in front of their shredders blocking them. So I thought that was funny. Obviously, doesn't apply to everything, but then